In a desert town, where sand dunes shimmered in the sunlight and stars lit up the night sky, there stood a grand palace belonging to a wealthy merchant named Haji Mansour. The palace walls were made of intricately carved stone, and its halls were lined with velvet carpets. The most magnificent part of the palace was Haji Mansour's royal throne, adorned with golden craftsmanship and cushioned with silky pillows. The care of this throne was entrusted to a young woman named Chandani. She was hard-working and loyal. Every day, she would clean the throne, sprinkle it with perfume, and lay out silk sheets. The throne was so splendid that anyone who saw it dreamed of sitting on it. One day, during the town's grand fair, the palace was deserted. As Chandani was decorating the throne, she paused and thought, "This throne is so majestic. Haji Sahib sits on it every day. I wonder how it must feel." She was exhausted from a long day fetching supplies from the market and cleaning the palace. The softness of the cushions and the cool palace breeze tempted her. She looked around. No one was in sight. "Just for a moment, let me sit and see," she whispered to herself and sat on the throne. The silky cushions felt so soothing that she laid down and within moments, drifted into deep sleep. Just then, Haji Mansour returned from the fair. As he stepped into the hall, he saw Chandani asleep on his throne. His anger exploded. "What insolence is this?" he shouted. "A servant dares to sleep on my throne." He shook her awake and, in fury, ordered that she be whipped 5 times as punishment. Other servants grabbed her and began the punishment. Chandani cried out in pain, "Please forgive me, Sahib. I made a mistake. I'll never do it again." But Haji Mansour's heart remained unmoved. After the 3rd lash, Chandani suddenly stopped crying. Instead, she began laughing loudly. Her laughter stunned Haji Mansour. Furious, he asked, "Have you gone mad? You're being whipped and you're laughing. What sort of drama is this?" Still laughing through her pain, Chandani replied, "Sahib, I only dared to lie on your throne once, just for a moment, and I received 5 lashes. You sit on it every day. Imagine how many lashes the Almighty must have in store for you." Haji Mansour stood silent, shaken to the core. Chandani's words pierced his heart. That night, he could not bring himself to sit on the throne. Her laughter and words echoed in his ears. He began reflecting on his palace, his wealth, and his pride. Had he become so arrogant that he punished his loyal servant so harshly for a small mistake? Was his wealth making him forget his humanity? The next morning, Haji Mansour called Chandani and apologized to her. He decided to renounce the luxury of his palace. He distributed much of his wealth among the poor of the town and chose to live a simple life. He began traveling to nearby desert villages, spreading messages of compassion, humility, and simplicity. Slowly, people started calling him Rai Baba, the wandering sage. Moral of the story: true happiness does not lie in wealth or grandeur, but in simplicity and kindness toward others. Accepting one's mistakes and correcting them is the true measure of life's worth.